Okay, worksheet 6. All right, these are the ones that we call the expand and condense problems, where we're going to use all of these log rules to expand some funky statement or condense another statement. We'll do an example of each. So if we remember these rules, when we have log of something times something, we split it into the two pieces, log A plus log B. If they're divided, log X minus log C. And by the way, there's a worksheet posted, a set of notes posted right at the top, I think, of all the materials that has all these rules. Like when you have log of something to an exponent, that exponent can always move out front. That exponent can move out front. Log base anything of itself is equal to 1. So log base 2 of 2 is 1. Log base 5 of 5 is 1. Log base anything of 1 is equal to 0. And then this rule here, which is similar to this rule here, log base C of C. So like anything, if these two guys match up, it always equals to the exponent. So log base 5 of 5 to the x is equal to x. Log base 6 of 6 to the x is equal to x. And actually, if you think about it, if you think about that rule, if we did something like this, log base 6 of 6 to the x power, well, if we use this rule right here, then the x would go to the front and become x times log base 6 of 6. But then it says right here, log base anything of itself. So log base 6 of 6 is equal to 1. So that's actually equal to 1. So anyway, that's why this rule works. So let's do one really funky example. So if I had something like this, log base 5 of a squared b to the third over c to the fourth all to the fifth power, something really crazy looking like that. And the instructions say to expand it. So this one's going to be really ridiculous looking. So the first thing you can do is say, hey, I've got an exponent in front. So that exponent can come to the front. I mean, an exponent on the part that's in the log. So I can bring that exponent out front and say, well, that would just be log 5 of a squared b cubed c to the fourth. So I brought that 5 out front. Now I can expand all this stuff. So that 5 is going to stay out front. So this will become log base 5 of a squared plus log base 5 of b cubed minus that c to the fourth is in the denominator, log base 5 of c to the fourth, like that. Okay. So now we got to clean this up a little bit more. So see that 2 right there on that exponent on that a, that can go to the front of the log like that. That 3 can go to the front like that. And the 4 can go to the front right there like that. And once you got to here, I would be inclined to say, I would accept that. I would say that's an acceptable answer. Or if you multiplied it out and said, well, that's 10 log base 5 of A plus 15 log base 5 of B minus 20 log base 5 of C. So both of these would be acceptable answers. But, and this is kind of excessive. When you look at the practice problems, they're not all this crazy, okay? They're not all this crazy, but this is what we would consider expanding. And then we're going to have to do what we call condensing. So if we gave you something, so let's just come up with a crazy one here, something really annoying. If I had something like this, log base 8 of x all over 3 plus log base 8 of y all over 3 minus log base 8 of z over 3, something like that. you could say to yourself, all right, first thing I can do is factor out the 1/3. Bring that 1/3 out front. So I'd have log base 8 of x plus log base 8 of y minus log base 8 of z. And then these can all condense into one big, let me see, x plus y minus z. So that would be the x plus the y. And then the z is a minus, so it's going to be on the bottom. Then you got that 1/3 in front, so that can become the exponent. So log base 8 of x plus y. Whoops, that's x times y. Sorry, I just messed up. That's x times y. X times y over z all to the 1/3 power. So log base 8 of x times y times 1/3. I would say that's an acceptable answer. Or if you wanted to, 1/3 power is cube root. If you wanted to, you could rewrite the whole thing like this, cube root of blah, blah, blah. That's also an acceptable answer. So this is what we refer to as condensing, where we have something that's already expanded and we follow our log rules to bring it all together to something like this. So a little bit funkier, not killer, but a little bit funkier. And this was what, worksheet 6.